Hello, and welcome to a new episode of the Sovereign Society podcast. Authentic conversations with some of today's most profound spiritual thought leaders and teachers, empowering you to honor the journey, trust the process, and embrace all facets of the human experience. I'm your host, Sabrina Riccio, and I am so grateful to be here today. There has been so much going through my head, so much coming out of my heart. So many activations, and there are many, many people that I have talked to that feel me on this one. I know I'm not the only one. And lately, I have just been purging and really aligning and connecting with like-minded souls and individuals, women in particular right now, who are really shifting the conversation around what it means to be a spiritual woman in today's day and age. And something that's been very clear for me lately is really about bringing in more of a healthy masculine energy and to also find that balance and that equanimity between our own inner divine masculine and the divine feminine. You've been hearing this on conversations in the past that I've had, and you've heard now that I've brought men onto the podcast. It's time. It's been time. It was something that I knew was inevitable eventually. I was always growing up as one of the boys, and there's some, things in healing that I've really had to do because of that. But with that, I should say, I just heard the call and an opportunity to really hold space for men on this sacred space and to really have them share their stories and be vulnerable and open up. And the men I've already had conversations with already that you've heard, it's just blowing my mind. It is so beautiful to see how men are really opening up and how, they are taking a stand. And it's just a really beautiful time to be alive right now. And something that I'm working on as a very strong and powerful woman is healing my own inner masculine. And I take responsibility, and I really feel that the reason why I was so focused on that feminine element is because, yes, I did need to raise up my own femininity growing up, being a Gemini Sun and a Leo Rising. I have a lot of strong masculine energy. I have a very strong mother and I had very strong grandmother. And so a lot of the women in my life are extremely strong, and I'm so grateful for that. It has made me into the person I am today. But a huge part of it has also been a little more challenging for me to be more receptive and for me to receive. And so what I've been hearing a lot more lately is the importance of healing our own inner masculine in order to find that equanimity, as women specifically, to have that balance of the divine masculine and the divine feminine within, and something that I've been passionate with my work about since I've started, and since I was really embarked on this path 6 years ago, because I've been doing this work for 6 years, is to really work on anchoring in heaven on earth. And to anchor in heaven on earth is finding that balance with the divine masculine and the divine feminine within. So this is a lot about me having to rewire and reconstruct my thought processes, my way of being, become more honest and authentic and truthful as to my behavior and how I have performed in my life up until now. No shame, right? No shame, but just getting honest and real. And so I got called out. I got called out by Luke Story when he was at my house. You need to allow yourself to receive more. You need to allow yourself to, when someone offers, be receptive and really allow men to take the lead and allow men to lead ahead and being a strong ass fucking powerful woman. Of course that triggered me. I was like, oh God. But the more I've been seeing that in the past week or so, I have seen how I've really shut and demasculinized men by preventing them from sharing and giving. And so there's this thing that this like expression I heard years ago when I was really on like embarking on the spiritual journey. And it was talking about, as someone who loves to give, like myself, when we don't take on an opportunity or an offer from someone that wants to help, so we're not allowing ourselves to be in that space of receptivity, we are preventing someone else from giving. Whoa, right? How powerful is that? We are preventing others from giving when they want to give, they want to help, they want to share, they want to contribute. If we keep saying no, no, no. And I experienced that when I was buying plants today. And my friend was like, hey, first the guy at the register was like, do you need help loading this to your car? And I said, no, I got it. And then my friend came through and he goes, do you need help loading this in the car? And I kept saying, no, no, no. And then I was like, hold the brakes. Actually, let me work on this. It was a practice for me to say yes and a practice for me to allow him to help, which is still a foreign fucking concept. Being a strong single woman for so long, it was always like, I got it, I can handle it. I essentially like put together my whole house by myself, decorated my whole house by myself. Time and time again, I've had to do a lot by myself. It's very much of that hermit mindset that I was stuck and trapped in for so long. When I carried very low self-esteem, when I had very low self-worth, when I felt like I was being like a bothersome to people because I needed help or I wanted to ask for help. And so for me, I am working on being more in that space of receptivity and allowing myself to receive. And it's beautiful because if that is happening in the physical world and in our physical reality, imagine what that looks like in the spiritual reality. Are you allowing spirit, your guides, your ancestors to come in and receive their guidance and their support? Are you allowing that to happen? Think about that. Are you just being like, I had to do this all by myself? Are you allowing yourself to be in that space? Are you allowing yourself to really hear, to surrender, and to be more in that feminine? And that is something that I am working on so much lately because, especially when you look at the chakra systems and you're seeing the developmental stages of each chakra. And so the masculine energy is a lot 0 through 6, right? It's very much that root chakra and you're focusing a lot on that. But then you start to enter the feminine element of the sacral chakra, which is more of that water flow. It's in our womb space, sexual organs, and that is in development during 7 to our preteen years. So where has there been trauma? Where has there been pain? Where are there stories that you are still carrying? Where has there been shame around your sensuality and your sexuality? Where has there been anything that has really prevented you from being in that sexy and sultry and that juiciness? For me, the amount of trauma from that growing up Catholic is astronomical. Insane. Growing up in Catholic school, not really resonating with the girls I grew up with, having very strong Italian Catholic strict rules and all of that I've really had to really work on and start to rewrite the story and to get out of the victim mentality for that, to not be afraid of men, to change the story that men have ulterior motives and all of the trauma and the brainwashing that came from growing up in a Catholic household and in the Catholic Church, having to sit front row pew, thinking that everything, you were a sinner, and all of the damnation and so much of the shame and the Italian guilt that I've had to cut through. Let me fucking tell you. I am still in that process of transmuting, but the fact that I am making the stance and saying that I choose to change the story, this no longer has its grasp over me. It is the first time in my life I feel as though I have been able to breathe. I feel as though I have been able to honor and embrace my sensuality. It is the first time I feel like I have been able to honor and receive that juiciness and really not shame myself for wanting that juiciness. So much of me to become this new leveled, fifth dimensional, powerful woman is to heal that masculine and to allow myself to feel safe around the men that are in my life and get out of the idea or the mindset that they have ulterior motives or just want to fuck you or like, all of those things, and to just really allow myself to open up more, to be more receptive, to be more soft, to be softer with myself, to be softer with others, to be softer with how the journey's unfolding and not be so rigid and harsh, and to just be able to really embrace and heal my own sensuality, my own sexuality, my own human expression. I don't know, but like I'm fucking loving Saturn return. It's like I am loving this time in my life where I am really, this spring season, I am really claiming my power back for the first time in my entire life. And I'm being able to say no thank you to these power structures that are trying to control me, and just being like, fuck everyone, fuck everything. I'm going to stay true to my heart. What is my heart telling me? How can I be in that space of receptivity and surrender to the bigger plan that's unfolding, and know that the universe has my back? Know that I am divinely guided, knowing that I am never alone. That is power. That is true power. That is the definition of sovereignty. Sovereignty is being able to go out there and be unapologetically you. This is why I created this sacred space. This is why I am having these conversations with amazing individuals. And now I get to kind of be a little more choosy on who I want in this space. I get to choose like, hey, I want to support this person more. I want to collaborate with this person more. And then together, I believe our power together, we are cultivating this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful shift in the planet. It is such a beautiful time to be alive. And this space and this platform is to support you to reclaim your power back and to have control over your own lives, not the world outside of you. You are the one that is co-creating this autonomous relationship with life. You are the one that is going here, and you are just being able to be free, be who you are unapologetically. Let your freak flag fly. This is about independence. This is about freedom. This is about liberty. This is just about emancipating yourself from the systems that we grew up around. And for me, again, I am just in this space where I really want to help men and women reclaim their power back in a way that is healthy, in a way that is balanced, in a way that has that give and receive. There is the yin and the yang. The pendulum swings both ways. There is balance. This is a time to instill balance. This means knowing when to say no thank you, knowing when to get out of your comfort zone and be like, yeah, I'm going to take this risk, knowing that all is well, trusting in the divine process, trusting in how this is all unfolding, knowing that what you have experienced up until now has been perfect. There has been zero accident to everything that has brought you to this moment. But you have the power to choose how long you allow that to, I don't even want to say rule or dictate you, but just be part of your human experience. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Are you feeling me on what I'm saying here? This is your time for you to cut out of the matrix and for you to reclaim your power back. This is the time for you to be like, hey, this is my life. This is my life. I get to choose what that represents to me. I don't want you to play small or dim your light because of some number, an angel number that you're afraid of, because, some superstition thing, because this is what society has told you. Like, oh, don't launch a course in Mercury retrograde, or like, oh, don't buy that car in Mercury retrograde, or like, oh, anything that is trying to rule you, especially in this new age world and in this new age community, that is just a false pretense idea of someone else's scarcity and of someone else's judgment and placement on your life. You are sovereign. You are free. You are choosing the way you are experiencing your life with your actions, and with every action is a consequence. So be aware of what actions you are doing. Become aware of how things are flowing. Become aware of how your behaviors have been. What are the patterns? How are you willing to choose again? How can you be gentle with yourself? How can you forgive yourself? How can you be like, hey, I learned from that experience. I'm going to choose to not do that again, okay? Thank you so much. Get to that level, boo. Get to that level, boo. This is your life. This is not my life or you. This is your life for you and how you are contributing. Take what you need that I am saying, that anyone else is saying, any spiritual teacher, any influencer that you follow. Take what you need and leave the rest. This is not about following a cult and doing everything that one person is telling you to do. This is where the discernment comes in. This is where you have an opportunity to tune in with your body and receive the messages from your body, from anything that you hear, anything that you see, and be like, how does this resonate with me? Hell yes or a hell no. Choose what you need. Pick what you need. Take what you need. Leave the rest. Stay true and honor what is going on with you. Get real. Get radically real with yourself. Get radically honest with yourself. Enough playing small. Show up. I'm in a space where, I'm building my business, and I'm having more and more people being like, sharing with me their scarcity mentality, and I bless them up because I have been there. But you get to decide right here, right now, the life you want to experience. Get out of that victim mode. I don't have time to hold space for that anymore. I bless those people that come my way, but I'm not responsible for that. That is the martyrdom that I have been transmuting. That is the shadow side of my Virgo moon, is the martyrdom. I'm over it. I'm fucking over it. Because I have made the choice. I have stood my ground and said, I'm over it. I'm done. That does not serve me anymore. I'm tired of fighting. This is why I don't like to call myself a warrior. I'm done fighting. I've been fighting for fucking lifetimes. Been battling for a while. I just keep seeing this image of John Lennon and Yoko Ono saying, war is over if you want it. I want it. I choose it. There is no more war. There is no more war. There is peace. There is equanimity. There is harmony. There is community. There is communion. There is love. There is patience. There is kindness. There is sovereignty. There is collaboration happening. There is magic happening. There are miracles unfolding every breath. The light is on our side. I am a light bringer, a light maker. I am helping carry in and bring in more of that light. I'm recording this on Earth Day, and my prayer right now for Earth Day is that this balance finds equanimity. There's balance. This planet finds equanimity and balance. That this planet, Mother Earth, finds equanimity and balance. I'm fucking tired of these seasons and the weather being what it is. I live in a desert. I am seeing both extremes. I get it. I'm in the same terrain that a lot of spiritual teachers like Jesus. Jesus went into the desert for 40 days. It takes 40 days to start to change the subconscious thought patterns. This is why I practice Kundalini Yoga. This is why I teach Kundalini Yoga. This is why I share Kundalini Yoga in my courses like Stay Woke and my one-on-one, in the places I teach at festivals and hold space at events. Because it takes 40 days to start to change the subconscious thought patterns inside the brain. So for me, for 40 days, I am learning to accept help. I am learning to be more receptive. I am learning to find my own balance of my own inner masculine and my own inner feminine. The balance of give and receive. The balance of knowing I can say no and say yes at the same time. Knowing when I am tired and I need sleep. Knowing when I'm ready to fucking slay and connect and collaborate with amazing people who are doing amazing work in the world. I am just so overwhelmed with gratitude to see the people that I love in my life doing amazing things in the world. A lot of the people you have seen and heard on this podcast specifically. These are my people. These are my tribe. And they are doing amazing things in the world. And I bless them so much. And I call on all of their ancestors and their angels and guides to just gratitude for them, for helping guide them. And if people like you or whoever else is listening wants to support the people who are doing the work, like myself and a lot of my guests that have been on their show, show your commitment that you want to support. We have been busting our ass off. We have been busting our ass off. And this is the time for us to continue to come together. This is the time for us to continue to come in the space of collaboration, of cooperation. This is a time of cooperation versus competition. We don't have the competition anymore. That is all part of the old paradigm. This is about cooperation, coming together in union. Coming together to share each of our own unique gifts, because we all have different experiences and we all have different things to bring to the table. My wish for you is that you find the people in your community. You find the people in this community. I just started a Facebook group. I had to really bite the bullet on that one and start a Facebook group. But I refuse to be part of this agenda of fear mongering. It's just not happening anymore. I'm fucking over it. No more fear mongering. Rather, I'm going to choose love. Fear is false evidence appearing real. It's like one of the oldest spiritual woo-woo acronyms. Instead, as Zig Ziglar would say, face everything and rise. So I'm facing what the world has been offering us lately, and I am fucking rising up. And you can either join me or you don't, and that's okay. That's fine. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm going to keep doing my dharma. I'm going to keep living out my Satnam and my purpose and why I'm here. I came into this world as a fucking rebel, and I'm not going to stop now. I am not going to give up on myself. I am not going to give up on the people that I care about. I am not going to give up on my planet, on my family, on my community, on the world at large. It's not happening. I am so fueled. I am so fired up. I can't even begin to tell you. Clearly, you can hear it in my voice. You can hear it in my voice. But I'm over the bullshit. I'm over playing small. It served its purpose. And that purpose is to show me that I don't want to live that way. I choose to not live that way. If I'm here to be a sovereign being, a sovereign leader, a thought leader, someone who's helping pave the road to righteousness and truth and love and compassion, unity, 5D consciousness of balance, I'm going to do fucking me. I'm going to do me. I'm going to continue to connect with the people who are doing them, the you do you. And I'm going to support them any way that I can. I'm going to support you any way that I can. But this is a balance of give and take. And I offer a lot out there. So if you want to support me, I am willing to receive that. If you want to support me through love, through monetary support, great. I really appreciate that. I thank you for that. Let's make magic together. Let's fucking change this world together. This is us and them, right? This is us and us coming together. There's no separation. There is no space where I end and you begin. That is A Course in Miracles, like, juju, right? There is no space where I end and you begin. There is only one here, but you also have the choice and the opportunity to say no thank you if there is something going on that you don't resonate with. So take that. Take this. Do whatever you need with it. Choose to use this as fuel to your fire, to choose love, to take back your life, to claim responsibility for your life, and make the change. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Take action. Stop playing small. It's not cute anymore. It's not cute anymore. So if you would like to join me and support me on this journey, please leave a review on this podcast on iTunes. I'm giving away a free book as a sign of thank you for showing up and for helping me get this message out. I have very big dreams, very big goals. I always have. And I'm not going to stop now. That's the test. Am I going to stop now? Fuck that. No, I'm not. I'm just getting started. You have no idea. I am so fueled and fired up. You have no idea. I'm just getting started. I've only been scratching the surface with you, and it's been so lovely getting so much love from you guys about how you've been following me for years and I've really helped support you. I appreciate that. Now, if you can please help support me and help support the other spiritual teachers who are doing the work and are fucking slaying it and putting countless hours to produce free content for you. Get out of that scarcity mindset, because the more that you give, the more you will also receive. That is how the law of reciprocity works. That is how this balance works. Know how you are spending your money. Know how you are spending your time, and do it with intention. Not because like, oh, I feel like I need to do this. Do it because you want to do it. Do it because you have to. Like there's like, I have to do this. I feel it in me. I have to do it. Stop half-assing your life. Okay? When you stop half-assing your life and you're living fully, you're going to radiate that out into the world. And guess what? You're going to see in your community everyone living out their fullest. Expressing through their life, their art. I had no real agenda with this episode. I just was sitting on my table and was like, you know what? I need to grab my mic and I just need to speak, because the Mercury in me, you know, I am Mercury. My sun and my moon are ruled by Mercury. I've had a lot going through my head. I've spent a lot of time in reflection lately. I have a lot coming up, and I've seen how much I've shifted in the past 8 years. It's been a lot of fucking work. It did not happen overnight. It was lonely. It was dark. It was scary. It was challenging. It was fucking tough. But I'm able to sit here and stand here. I'm actually standing right now. I am able to stand here right now and share this with you because I persevered. Because I made it. So, With that being said, I am here to empower you and to inspire you with the truth that you got this. You are responsible for your life. Go out there. Show up. Share your medicine. Live it up. Enjoy your life. It's been a lot going through my head since Avicii passed away. A lot going through my head. And I started my work in this work in the dance music community. So to be able to see and reflect on how much I've grown from that time as a candy kid, right? With all my candy and eating lots of Molly, but finding my soul, healing the depression through MDMA, the paranoia, the suicidal tendencies through the power of MDMA, the power of community, the power of music, and the power of love. I'm fueled. I'm fired. And I'm just living my life. So you can join me. You can support me. I'm more than willing to receive that love and support to continue to up level, because I'm not going anywhere. I'm keep moving forward, and I'm here to support you to the best of my ability. But part of that best of my ability is that, as spiritual teachers, we also have bills to pay and take care of ourselves. So thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your reviews. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for purchasing courses of mine and of my loved ones and peers, and the books and the products and doing the services. Thank you. We appreciate you. I appreciate you. We want to see you thrive. We believe in you. Now it's time for you to go out there and believe in yourself. Like, really believe in yourself. Get rid of the limiting stories. Transmute that. Thank them for bringing you to this moment. Move forward. I'm Sabrina Riccio. I love you. Thank you so much for listening to the Sovereign Society. And I'll be sharing and seeing more of you soon. Have a great one. Satnam.